through. We got some real giants in our community, and Flonzie is just one of them. Thank y'all very much.
Amen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, there's a saying they have in Washington that I associate myself with everything that's been said so far. So that knocks out about 80% of what I was going to say. But a few things I need to say. First of all, in the civil rights movement, black women have been the real backbone of whatever has taken place. Flonzie, and unfortunately, we didn't do what we should have done on Tuesday.
Right.
But God ain't through with us yet. So, just like in the horror movies, when they say about Jason, say, he's back. So I think we'll see some of that in the future. To Flonzie and family, I'm happy to be a friend. It's just not because I represent this area. We've been long-standing friends, and we've campaigned together all over the place for the right things. But what I can say in Flonzie is that she's the epitome of courage and common sense. Too many times, people don't have the courage to say what's on their mind. And they don't have the common sense to even try to present it. Flonzie is that epitome of courage and common sense. More importantly, she's a historian.
Yes.
If you've ever been around her, I don't believe there's a piece of paper that's come in contact with her that she didn't keep. And so part of that is how we remember who we are and from whence we've come. And so that's why it's important that we pay tribute to her today. Too many heroes have been forgotten. With this marker today, it will become a permanent legacy to her memory and work here in this community. To her New Hope family, I thank you all for showing up at this moment. You know, church homes are important. And when you don't have a church home, you're in trouble. Because somebody has to have your back. I know every time there's an email or text that I get from Flonzie, it's going to be about New Hope, the children, and whatever event we got going. So I just write the check. And I'm comfortable with it because it's for a worthy cause, and Flonzie is promoting it. So everything you see on the program here today is absolutely true. And so for you to come and honor this occasion is a tribute to the person that you know. But this is not the end. This is just a step along the way for other things to happen. So without further ado, let me introduce our honoree to all of you who've come to share this moment with us, Flonzie Brown Goodlow Wright.
And I answer to all those names. Well, I answer to all those names. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I am so grateful that you are here today as we celebrate the rich history of Madison County and Kansas. Were it my choice to decide my hometown, I would have decided Canton, Madison County. That's why I'm back here to live whatever days I have in this moment. Madison County. I honor my parents, Frank and Liddy Brown, Sr., my two brothers, Sidney, Frank Jr., my son, Edward, and I thank my parents for instilling in us children the blessing of helping others and treating everyone fairly and equally. Allow me, if you will, to thank the Mississippi Humanities Council. I saw Stuart, the Mississippi Humanities Council, Stuart Rykoff, Executive Director, John Span, he runs it all. Anyway, I want to thank Mississippi, Visit Mississippi, for being the catalyst to help make this Freedom Trail marker unveiling possible. This day was also made possible by my three supporters: the Madison County Board of Supervisors, the historic Mount Zion Baptist Church, Dr. W.L. Johnson, Pastor Emeritus, and the Canton-Madison County branch of the NAACP, Reverend Cleopa Williams, for believing that this day could come to fruition. I've also gained a new friend, Greg Higginbotham. Greg, raise your hand. Greg, raise your hand.
Who's Greg?
He's the county administrator who put all these pieces together. Come on, Greg, I got a new friend. Come up here. I just want to give you a hug and thank you for putting all the pieces together to make this day possible. You want to say something?
No, just give credit to our buildings and grounds department. They're the folks that actually do the work here. I stand up here and give credit to the guys that actually do the work. So that's where the credit should lie. Thank you.
And my greatest joy, my children.
All right.
Cynthia, Garrett, would you please stand? I know you don't want to. I know. But I'm the mama. I want you to stand on behalf of your brother Ed, who could not be here. You have come from near and far to get a first-hand glimpse of what brings us here today. To those family and friends who have traveled from Northern and Southern California, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Kentwood and New Orleans, Louisiana, Memphis, Tennessee, and many other local people from various surrounding cities and counties. My pastor told me 2 days ago, his secretary sent me a message that he had a meeting. And one of the first places I saw today was my pastor, Dr. Garrett. And he said, I had to cancel that meeting because you the governor. That's what they call me at New Hope Church, the governor for some reason. Indulge me for a second. I must pay tribute to the matriarch of this family, Dr. Ethel Willette Smith Rowell. Would you please stand? She's the oldest member of the Dawson family, all the way from Northern California. And her sister, the second oldest Dawson, Dr. Argola Griffin Jackson. Would you please stand? From Chicago, just like the original house. The three of us are the oldest members of our mother's family. Thank you so much. As I step back in time, it was 22,300 days ago when I stood on those courthouse steps. I said 22,300 days ago, when I stood on those courthouse steps to introduce Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There were continuous issues and problems in our county around the issue of obtaining the right to vote. Efforts including marching to this courthouse from all over the city of Canton and Madison County to try and get our people registered to vote. Back in the day, there was a stark difference between where we were then and where we are now. And I'm glad to say that. It was in this very space behind me where black citizens were given a 21-item, 2-page questionnaire to answer to become a registered voter. Questions such as, are you a communist? Well, if I was, I'm not about to tell you. I'm not a bit. But you weren't gonna know. How many feathers are on a chicken? How many bubbles in a bar of soap? How many jelly beans in a jar of candy?